You are looking live at LaHaye Ice Arena on the campus of Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, where the University of Virginia women's ice hockey team is getting set to take on Virginia Tech in the Battle of the Commonwealth. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you all the action on RizzoVision, and we bring the Battle of the Commonwealth weeks delayed due to the big snowstorm, but they figured out a way to make it happen here. A little later than they wanted to, but not a bad ride coming down from North Jersey all the way to the bottom of Central Virginia. This is the home rink for the University of Virginia. They play here at LaHaye at Liberty, which is a brilliant arena. We'll give you a little pan here. You're gonna be able to see the scoreboard as we go back and forth. So score and time, I'll keep giving them to you, but as we go back and forth, there you see the Virginia Tech Hokies. They have plenty of depth, and Virginia with most of the usuals here, a little bit short once again, but should be a competitive tilt on the way. Wake up with the Wahoos. That's what we're doing. So if it's coffee that's your thing, fill up, get ready. If you're a tea drinker, get that tea going. Brew up the oatmeal, maybe a couple of eggs, biscuits. Could like some biscuits there, whatever you want. Wake up with the Wahoos on RizzoVision. Tess Cleary gets the start in net, as she always does. And the mid-year transfer Samara Plunkett between the pipes for the Hokies. So a couple of mid-year transfers to watch for Virginia Tech. We got the goaltender, and for Virginia, Luisa Rizzo, new to the squad in her third game here. The first two have been pretty good. Michael Cleary will man the bench for Virginia as Coach Joe watches from Maine. Hi, Coach Joe and family. This is the last one before the playoffs for both of these teams. Virginia at the top of the ACHA. I think first and second place will get byes regardless. I think Virginia would clinch or secure first place if they haven't already with a win here today.
1, 2, 3, Hokies!
You could very well see a rematch of this in a week at Tucker Road rink in Maryland. But for now, they'll duke it out in the Battle of the Commonwealth, within the Commonwealth, at a different school than either of the two, at Liberty, which is a beautiful campus and a beautiful school. If you've never been here and you're driving through, take a stop. It's magnificent. The facilities, superb. So if you're kind of stuck playing on an alternate home rink, this is kind of a pretty good one to play it on. Sarah Ettinger will start it out with Avery Buchanan on her right, Luisa Rizzo on her left. Suzanne Volstad on right D, and Sam Battaglia on the left. Can't see all those numbers for Virginia Tech, but Fugino is on the left wing. Underway, first period already. Ettinger picks it off. Centering feed, nobody there. Fugino knocks it down. Buchanan with it for a moment. There's Sinarich to Sinarich. Laura to Megan. Moving up the right wing, takes a shot. It exceeds the height of the crossbar and goes to the near side corner. The Sinarich twins, identical, 70 Laura, 96 Megan. They're going to drive most of the play on offense for the Hokies. Buchanan picks it up. Centering feed for Battaglia. Can't unleash that left-handed wrist shot. Rizzo covers the point as Battaglia, the defenseman, was in on the rush. Battaglia knocked it down for a moment. They play with it at neutral ice. Hokies dump and change. Virginia Tech doesn't have the most friendly uniforms for the broadcaster. The numbers don't really stand out that much, at least for my aging, but still pretty decent eyes. Rizzo trying to get through, got a piece of it to negate the icing, and Wahoos will change behind the play. Rizzo stays in pursuit, and she's the first forward down, so she stays deep. Spitzer and Holtz now out up front. Rizzo trying to hustle off, and she gets the chance to do it as Devendorf jumps on Leah with her first shift. And I think now all of the Cavs have touched the ice. Hokies dump it. Wrapped around the near side wall. Devendorf was looking to get a piece. Got it over toward Holtz, exchanging with Spitzer. Devendorf will get a piece of it and look to dump it in. She got it into the zone, but Spitzer picked it off as they were trying to clear. Devendorf goes down the middle. Holtz tries to unleash the shot, but can't get it off. Devendorf battles in the corner. Spitzer waits for it. It's off the boards. It hits the stanchion and stays in, and Volstad smocks it in. Hokies pick it up, moving right to left in the dark jerseys. Virginia in the signature orange. There might have been a little trip that Virginia got away with over there, but doesn't matter what I think. My opinion doesn't count at all. The two today men in the striped shirts are the ones who determine what is a penalty and what's not. Suzanne Volstad up the left wing, powering in, gets toward the front, takes a shot. It doesn't get at the net. One of the Virginia players went into the net. That's Avery Buchanan. She was crashing, and the whistle stops play as Plunkett was interfered with. Let's see, did they call? The referee was giving the signal for too many on the ice, but maybe that wasn't what he was looking for. I think because of the Virginia player interfering with the goaltender incidentally, they pull the faceoff out of the zone. Ettinger tries to win it to herself, but finds a little traffic. Here comes Cernarich trying to get around the left wing. Centering feed, can't connect. And it comes back across the middle. I don't think either of the goalies has had an actual shot on goal. Cernarich, that's Megan, 70, trying to get through the middle. They're driving the offense here for sure. A lot of depth for Virginia Tech, but heavy on that first line. They can score with anybody. Chipped back by Virginia Tech. Rizzo didn't have the step, but almost got a fortunate break there. Lost the stick, picks it up as Virginia Tech sends it around. Volstad will have to retreat the point a little bit as a safety. Holtz with a nice play with the stick lift to steal. Can't get it in though, and it's sent back in. Looked like Herman maybe sent it down low. Volstad picks it up, takes her time. There's a spill out in front. That gives Virginia a little room. Ice is good, but I've seen a few misses here right from the beginning, from when they were warming up. Staying on side, Volstad picks it up, tees it up. It was deflected on the way. I don't think there's been an official shot on goal yet for either team. At the point, wrist shot down low. Devendorf almost had it and just jumped over her backhand attempt. Leah Devendorf was there. Here's Spitzer. Spitzer comes in on the right wing, gets it toward the net. Plunkett steers it aside. Coming down the middle was Devendorf again. Leah's been right in the mix here. Volstad takes her time, sends it down low. Holtz couldn't corral it, but Spitzer will pick it up. Backhands it back to the near side wall. Hokies trying to dig it out. It'll come to Volstad. She has to wait like Heinz ketchup from the 1970s for that puck to get there. Centering feed, Plunkett knocks it away. Tech trying to keep it out of the zone here. They get it out of the zone, but they can't break. Volstad's going to pick it up and try to turn the corner. Here comes Volstad. One-on-one with Devendorf as a trailer. Gets around one, takes a shot. Plunkett save, and she hangs on. So the first shot of the game is a good one, and Samara Plunkett gets it with the blocker and leaves no rebound. 0-0, 14:59 left first period. Wake up with the Wahoos on RizzoVision. We're glad to have you with us. Buchanan on the dot, Ettinger in the slot, Rizzo on the far side wing. Volstad, the right defenseman, cheats down to the circle and gets the shot off, and Plunkett has it and never lets it get through. Severs on the left point stays back as the safety, but Buchanan good on the faceoffs here, and Volstad is there and ready. They do it again, and this time it's blocked on the way. So a good play as Buchanan, masterful on the dot. Volstad gets it, patiently waiting, patiently. Chips it off of one of the Hokies, that was Burns, and Virginia Tech is offside if they come in. Volstad trying to get the legs moving. Rizzo is crisscrossing with her, coming down the middle. Volstad turns the corner. Rizzo in a lot of traffic looking for a play. Volstad took a shot. It hit off the mask of Plunkett, and she corrals it before a rebound could be swept in. Whistle stops play, 14:23 left first period. Virginia and Virginia Tech in the Battle of the Commonwealth. We're not calling it the Commonwealth Clash. You might be sitting there screaming, it's the Commonwealth Clash, Mr. Rizzo. Well, yes, the Commonwealth Clash is for the varsity sports between the two teams, as Cernarich was trying to run away with the faceoff. Brought back in, Spitzer tries to center it for Holtz. A lot of traffic there. Two Wahoos collide, and there's going to be a break for Virginia Tech. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Tech brings it in, trying to come on the outside and centering feed. Shot and a goal! Brooklyn Fugino with the goal at the 14-minute mark of the first period, and Virginia Tech takes a 1-0 lead. So the two Hokies colliding, the two Wahoos colliding, opens up the gap, and Brooklyn Fugino dents the net and gives Virginia Tech the lead. Rizzo with it here after the next draw. Had it, lost it. Fugino picks it back up, turning, looking, sends it up the middle, and Severs fields it like a center fielder and brings it in. Severs sends it in but can't get it deep. Picked off for a moment by Ettinger, but not corralled, and Virginia Tech brings it out. Buchanan will pick it up. Avery looking up the middle for Rizzo. Rizzo grabs it on the backhand, but she's got 3 to beat, so she dumps it in. Buchanan trying to shovel it forward, maybe for Rizzo, but a lot of traffic there as Virginia Tech is packing it in on defense pretty well so far. And we'll see if the Wahoos can start cranking up that big offense. Here's Sarah Ettinger, gets it into the zone, but can't do anything with it. Oh, Buchanan was looking to pick that one off. Didn't get it, but Battaglia got it for a moment. Ettinger was cutting down the middle. Buchanan saw her but couldn't connect. Volstad back at safety, but there's somebody in the middle, 2 defenders there. Nobody guards her. It's in front. Oh, and a big save by Cleary, but an open net, and they just missed it. Virginia Tech looking for a penalty there. The coach looking for maybe an interference. Sent up the middle. Rizzo 1 to beat. It's Cernarich. Cernarich picks it off and brings it in. Takes a slapper. Cleary had it there. It looked a little spectacular, but it was going wide. If it was on net, she would have kicked it away. Comes to the point and knocked out. Rizzo jumps off. 4 subs for Virginia. A little short-handed. That pesky flu bug hopefully will be gone by next week. But it's still costing them the full or mostly full complement of talent here. Dumped in, Volstad pursues first, although she's a defenseman. 11:48 left period 1. Virginia Tech with a 1-0 lead over Virginia in the Battle of the Commonwealth. Break up with the Wahoos. It's been a pretty even tilt so far. Cernarich with it. Tees it up, blockered away, and chipped in front. They're trying to shovel it. Holtz did shovel it to her netminder, who covers it up. And another save there for Tess Cleary. Off the draw. Virginia moves it out. It comes to Rizzo. She's getting a little chase from behind, and at 2 in front, dumps it in cross ice. Switzer picked it up, sent down by Virginia Tech, and it'll be an offensive zone draw. So these are going to be big for Virginia. With the short bench, we'll give you a look here. You could see the 2 forward lines and 1 defenseman. That's when you see the 3 together with Coach Cleary there, and 1 alone, the forwards and the defenseman. The Virginia Tech bench is it's like waiting outside the hottest club in Miami Beach at midnight on a Saturday. There's barely enough room for anything. Volstad sends it in. Shot in front on the rebound by Ettinger, goes wide. Buchanan shoots it off the side of the net. Tries it again and does the same exact thing. Buchanan tries to center it for Volstad in the middle. Volstad pinches in. Here's a one-on-one. It's going to be a race to the puck. Severs has the angle, uses the angle, kind of like a speed. Oh, and she gets checked in, and Virginia's going to go on the power play. Volstad is going to pick it up. Let's see if Cleary heads to the bench. There's another trip. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Here's Buchanan. Leaves it for Ettinger. Takes a shot. Glove down. Whistle stops play. There's going to be 2 penalties on the play. It'll be a 5-on-3 for the full 2 minutes. Well, if they don't score. A check and a trip. And Virginia will have a power play here. And they're not bringing the other play. So Virginia with a big opportunity, trailing 1-0, as you can see there. 1-0, Virginia Tech leading, but penalties, a trip and a check. The numbers seem to be not right. The ref going for a 43. There's a 46, so they're saying it's Christina Herman and Corinne Miranda with the respective penalties for Virginia Tech. 5-on-3. Buchanan on the dot. On the draw. Sonarich wins it, but it goes back to Volstad between the points. Volstad sends it over for Rizzo. Looking for some room in the 5-on-3. They'll take their time. Rizzo sends it over to Volstad. Volstad draws the defender. It's Fugino. Rizzo and Volstad exchange. Rizzo jumps into it. It's going to be a 3-on-5. 2-man shorthanded breakaway. Rizzo tries to hustle back. Shot. Saved by Cleary. She denies it. Oh, this could have been the biggest play of the game with 10 minutes left in the first period. Down 2. Sonarich, Laura Sonarich with the breakaway. And Cleary stands tall and stops it to maintain the 1-0 deficit. Here's Buchanan. 1:08 left in the power play for Virginia. They haven't been able to get it started yet, but there's still plenty of time in the 5-on-3. If they score 1, they'll have a 5-on-4 for the remaining time. Ettinger centering. It goes off one of the Virginia Tech players. Spitzer can't handle it. Rizzo tries to send it for Buchanan as Sonarich grabs it and sends it down. Megan Sonarich. Virginia changing. 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Here's Volstad. Volstad's going to try to take it to the house. Gets in, shot, saved by Plunkett and kicked away. Holtz and Buchanan will exchange. Buchanan shovels it down low as Devendorf tries to get position in front in the 3-on-5. It's sent down and cleared. 15 seconds. Virginia really might want to hustle here, but with the short bench, they are kind of just taking their time, and they're going to let the 5-on-3 expire without a goal. So a big sequence for Virginia Tech as Volstad comes all the way in, shot and a save, and held on as both penalties expire by Samara Plunkett. So Virginia Tech with a big lift right there. Laura Sonarich with the breakaway for Virginia Tech, 3-on-5, had the best chance. So a missed opportunity for Virginia, but all is not lost. 8:25 left, first period, 1-0. Hokies over the Wahoos. Here comes Virginia Tech. Centering feed by Grace Sturts, didn't meet the marks. Kept in, ping-ponged at the point. Spitzer was trying to get a breakaway there. She would have had it. The two Hokies get in there. Cleary knocked that down awkwardly with the glove. She might have gotten the back of it. Sent through between the points. This is not an icing. Virginia Tech sent this down by themselves. Holtz and Devendorf will be the first in pursuit. They'll pursue from either side. It comes up to the point on the far side and out. Haddix will send it in. Severs got it knocked away, but got just enough of it before Sturts could march down the middle. Cleary knocks that one down and leaves it for the streaking Battaglia. Here's Sam Battaglia trying to turn the corner. Gets through the middle, leaves it for Ettinger. Ettinger looking, can't get it up the middle. Sent right through the center, sent down low after Severs picked it off. A lot of ping-ponging going on there. Battaglia got a piece. Buchanan with it for a moment. Buchanan steps in on the clear by Harrington, who sends it in. 7:06 left, first period. 1-0 Virginia Tech on the goal by Brooklyn Fugino, 6 minutes into the game. A 3-on-5 resulted in a breakaway for Virginia Tech, shorthanded, and no goals for Virginia with the two-man advantage. Centering feed actually went on net, and Cleary picked it away. Comes to the near side wall and sent down low. Virginia is kind of getting caught here. Virginia Tech has it down low, and they're moving and working the puck. Sent along the boards, back and forth. Cernarich tries to center it, doesn't get through, goes off the end of the net. Goes to the point for Fugino. Fugino back to Cernarich. Coming down the middle, Fugino shot, goes wide, and that was a Whistler. Comes up the near side wall, chipped there and kept in by Switzer. Volstad chips it off the wall for herself, looking for some room as Severs stands sentry in front of the net. Volstad picks it up, banks it off the boards, and it gets out. Rizzo was there, but she'll come back to the bench for a change. These are going to be some long shifts sometimes, and we'll see how that pans out as the game goes on. Centering feed gets to nobody. That was Laura Cernarich. Jumped in and sent down low by Wall and held by Cleary. Whistle stops play. 5:45 left first period. I'll give you a look right there at the scoreboard. Liberty University, currently the home for Virginia. This game being replayed, well, not replayed, but rescheduled. Wrist shot, Cleary knocked it down by Cernarich. Rescheduled after the big snowstorm and ice storm foiled the original scheduling, which would have been a Virginia Tech home game, but wow, nice play by Battaglia. She didn't get the puck, but she stopped the player from getting it. Here's Cernarich, wrist shot right into the eye in the Virginia across Tess Cleary's orange jersey and held then with the catching glove before it hits the ice. 1-0 Virginia Tech, 5:14 left first period. From LaHaye Ice Center in Lynchburg, Virginia, the Battle of the Commonwealth. So I started to say before, the Commonwealth Clash is the varsity sports, and it's like an official branded thing. So because this is club sports, it doesn't count for the Commonwealth Cup or the battle. So I'm calling it the Battle of the Commonwealth because whenever I was growing up and Virginia played Virginia Tech in anything, and even as a New Jersey guy, I knew it was the Battle of the Commonwealth. So that's what I'm calling it. Right now the battle leading toward Blacksburg. Here's a wrist shot that goes wide. Cleary might have gotten a blocker on it. I think she did. Rizzo trying to break out. Can she get past the D? It was sent down by Buchanan, and it's off. It's icing is the call, rather. Buchanan was getting a little heck from behind there. Offensive zone draw for Virginia Tech, holding a 1-0 lead. Comes to the point. Sent down low. Volstad is going to pick it up. Volstad shovels it to the near side wall for Buchanan. Buchanan can't get it out as Switzer kept it in for the Hokies. Centering feed gets all the way to Rizzo. Rizzo looking, curling, tries to send Buchanan. Buchanan got a piece, so it won't be icing. Battaglia has the legs, and she will try to get there first before Switzer. Switzer got there first, but Battaglia was there as well. Comes to the near side wall in front of the benches, and Volstad eventually picks it up. Volstad looking, sends it for Battaglia. The lefty skates it into the offensive zone, looking for some room. Gets around Switzer, trying to center it for Spitzer, and Rizzo is going to try to pick it up from the corner. She does. She curls out of the corner, looking to tee it up maybe. Gets it in on net, save, and covered by Plunkett. That one did hit the ice there, but Plunkett covered it up. So Rizzo with a good shot, and that will be a clean change here for both teams, but a little more important for Virginia with the shorter bench. Off the draw comes to Sievers. Her shot doesn't get through. Comes to Sievers again. Doesn't have anywhere to go with it, so sends it down low, hoping Spitzer can dig it out. Spitzer gets it away. Devendorf will work it back along the boards to Spitzer. Centering feed, backhand holds. Oh, Devendorf had a tap in, and it just bounced over a stick blade. Devendorf has been right there 3 times. Maybe she's going to get one. 43 in orange. That would be a big lift for Virginia as they trail 1-0 with 3:06 left in the first period in the Battle of the Commonwealth. Sent all the way down. It's going to be an icing on the Hokies. So Virginia will get an offensive zone draw. Change it up there. Buchanan will take it. Ettinger will set up in the slot. Rizzo on the far side wing. Volstad will cheat down toward the middle, and Sievers will man the left point. Ettinger spreads out a little bit more. Buchanan on the draw just gets tied up there. It comes to Volstad, wrist shot, big save by Plunkett. And it goes wide. This one's sent down again, and it's going to be another icing on Virginia Tech. So Virginia will take that. That gives them a rest. And a reset. We're seeing some nice comments in there. Thank you for all your feedback. It was much appreciated, and still new to the Virginia efforts here, but glad to be a small part of it. That one's wrapped all the way around, and if it's not going over the line before Sievers could get there, it's negated. The icing is negated on some Virginia Tech hustle. But the Cavs bring it back the other way. 3-on-1. Buchanan to Volstad to Ettinger. Centering feed. They can't convert it. Couldn't even get off a shot. But they do have possession. Here's Volstad. Looking, sends it off the boards. Not cleanly. She wanted to get it cleanly. It hit one of the stanchions. Buchanan tries to dig it out. Hokies are now going to try to hustle the other way. And Ettinger hustles back to make it a 2-on-3 and force the dump in and the change by Virginia Tech. Under 2 minutes left first period. Virginia looking for that first one, but Virginia Tech has it, courtesy of Brooklyn Fugino. 1-0. Wrist shot blocked away. Banged down by Buchanan. Buchanan tries to turn the corner and does. Buchanan and Rizzo are going to be 2-on-3, but it might be odds that are good enough. That puck goes on its end and Rizzo couldn't corral it. Sends it back for Buchanan, but they can't keep it in. Volstad cleans up a little bit of mess. Buchanan grabs it, turns, sends it down low. Got a piece of it there. Did look like Sturts maybe. Otherwise it would have been down low. Good possession here for the most part for Virginia, but they can't convert yet with 1:16 left in the first period, and they trail 1-0. Buchanan neatly jumps to the bench to make sure there's no penalty for too many on the ice. Volstad chips it to the middle. Rizzo trying to knock it down. She gets it past one, but can't get it all the way through. Herman had it. Here's down the middle. Spitzer takes a shot, save, and held by Plunkett. 51.9 seconds left, first period, 1-0 Virginia Tech over Virginia. Wake up with the Wahoos. The Wahoos would like to tie this one up before the end of the period. Holtz wins the faceoff. Volstad sends it back into Holtz. Holtz centers it. Shot by Spitzer, loose in front after a save. Volstad picks it up, sent into the mixer, but a bunch of Hokies get it. Knocked down by Spitzer, but Holtz wasn't quite there. Here's a potential break. Volstad is going to try to get back to knock down Fugino. It's a 3-on-0 shot. Cleary with the save, and she knocks down the rebound. It's loose in front, smacked away. Wrist shot comes through traffic, and they score. So with 22 seconds left in the first period, disaster strikes Virginia, and it's 2-0 Virginia Tech. Cleary got knocked out of the net, and Hannah Wall was able to take advantage as the puck sprayed out to the point, and she fired it in. One-man show over here, so I have to write the stuff down myself. And sometimes I forget to move the camera back and forth. So here in the final 15 seconds, Virginia maybe one last possible chance. That's probably going to do it as it comes to center field, knocked away. So after one, it is 2-0 Virginia Tech. They haven't put the second goal up on the board yet. Fugino, 6 minutes in, so at 6 minutes, but it's just easier for me to try to give you the time left in the period. That's kind of accepted, I think, now. It's not the NHL. So Fugino at 14 minutes, 1-0 Virginia Tech, and then Wall, with 22 seconds left in the first, made it 2-0. I don't have shots on goal. They're not showing it up there. I don't even know if there's a score sheet. I heard there was something going on with that there might not even be anybody keeping score. Coach Cleary admonishing his troops here. And Virginia Tech does have the big manpower advantage, as you could see, but not all of them are taking regular shifts. There's no ice cut between periods. There might be for the playoffs, that's possible. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll cut between at least one of the periods. If you're familiar with youth AA hockey, it's similar to that, where there would be no ice cut. If they play AAA youth, then you're used to that one ice cut usually, not always between all periods. Wake up with the Wahoos. Tell us what you're drinking or having for breakfast in the comments. We want to see them. We thank you for all of the support. Tess Cleary defends the net to your YouTube right. Samara Plunkett protects the cage to your YouTube left as we get ready for the second period. 2-0 Virginia Tech with the lead so far. Talia up front, rather on the back line with Sievers. Up front, Buchanan, Ettinger, and Rizzo. Underway period 2. Volstad picks it up, sends it for Rizzo. Rizzo doesn't have a lot of room there. Cernarich knocked it out of the zone. Sievers tries to send it back in. Cernarich with the shield. It's Laura Cernarich, 96, the Twins. Miranda will pick it up, has a little bit of room, not contested, saved by Cleary, and she knocks away the rebound. That was a big one. Just Wraparound attempt, and Cleary somehow was out of position but knocked it away. Cleary was coming back. She got one skate sort of trapped on the post. It was going to be an easy wraparound, and Cleary threw down the paddle of the stick and somehow prevented it from being a 3-0 game. Shot blocked in front by Sievers. Can't get it out. Good start for Virginia Tech here in the first minute of the second. Here's Buchanan. Oh, she would have sent Rizzo on the breakaway, but Laura Sonarich got a piece of it. Dumped in. Rizzo the first forward in pursuit of Megan Sonarich. Sonarich hits the break, sends it up the wall, and it's caught there at mid-ice, but taken away by Ettinger. Ettinger sends it up for Rizzo. Somebody got bowled over there, incidental contact. Rizzo takes the shot, and it's knocked down and saved and held by Plunkett. Hotel room coffee, I gotta say, you know, if you're reading the comments, hotel room coffee is kind of a no-no in my world, I gotta say. I'm kind of a Dunkin' snob. And that cost me about 5 or 10 extra minutes today. Kept in by Battaglia between the points. And sent in by Haddix as the Wahoos retreat. Down 2-0. It should have been 3, but Tess Cleary made a spectacular recovery. Here's Volstad trying to break down the D. Gets down low, takes a shot on Plunkett, knocked away with the blocker, and steered up and out. That will not be an icing because Holtz is there. Holtz chips it off the board. Haddix could not keep it in. Battaglia sends it for Spitzer, who's trying to give it back to her, but Herman is giving her pressure. Comes up the near side wall and in. Not going to be an icing. Puck won't get that far, and Holtz has to pick it up anyway. 17:44 left, second period. Virginia trailing 2-0. Here comes Spitzer. Draws a D, tees it up, saved by Plunkett, and steered away. They're getting more shots. The quality is going to have to go up maybe to beat Plunkett. The mid-year transfer to Virginia Tech. Volstad's going to bring this in. Cut down the middle. Lost it in front. Here's Buchanan sending it down low. Tipped in front. Chipped at. It's not in. It's still not in. It looked like maybe it went in, but it didn't go in. The ref was right there. This time I wasn't getting caught. I was watching the ref. It did take a funky bounce, and that was Virginia's biggest chance of the game, but Plunkett recovers with a little help from her friends. 2-0 Virginia Tech, 17:03 left, period number 2. Big offensive zone draw here. Buchanan will take it. Volstad sets up in the slot. Tech tries to steal it, kept in by Battaglia, and they were trying to race away. Let's see if Virginia can make them pay. That was definitely an offensive attempt right there on the defensive zone draw. They were trying to get a breakaway. Looked like Megan Sonarich. Now they will break it out 3-on-2 if they hurry. Volstad and Battaglia are back. Sent in, comes through the middle, and lost there by Fugino. She scored the first goal of the game. Wall scored the second, and that's where we are. 2-0 Virginia Tech. Volstad leading. Has a trailer, it's Rizzo. Trying to get through Wall, and Wall walls her off. W-A-H-L, acting as a W-A-L-L. Fugino with it. Buchanan puts the pressure. It's sent up the middle. Battaglia will just blow that up for Laura Sonarich. Sonarich does hold it though, and can't get through Buchanan. Buchanan chips it forward for Ettinger, looking for Rizzo. Rizzo got the stick on it, but it didn't go forward, otherwise she would have had a breakaway. Ettinger sends it in. Rizzo tags up to negate the offside. It's sent through the middle. Battaglia, just as the safety, will pick that up, send it through a few Hokies. Needed to get through one more. Spitzer uses the body as a shield, but Megan Sonarich picks it up, gets all the way in. Shot saved by Cleary, and she holds on. 15:36 left, period number 2. Virginia finds itself in a 2-0 deficit to the Virginia Tech Hokies. One extra forward line, one extra defenseman for Virginia. Let's see if some of that hockey Iron Woman stuff comes into play. Tech with the bigger bench. Not all of them are seeing regular time. Mostly the top 2 lines. Virginia's going to break out here. They have the Hokies caught flat-footed a little bit. Let's see if Virginia can do it here. Holtz gets in, shot, lost it, never got all the way through. Devendorf was streaking down the middle. Devendorf has been right there a few times. Let's see if 43 can be the one to put one in here and get this turned around for Virginia. Sievers waits. Devendorf gets onside, and some of the Cavs will change. Ettinger is one. She got it, sent it to Buchanan. Buchanan send it down low. They're calling for Leah. So that would be the last part of the line to change. Devendorf is watching the play and then is able to change behind the play here for Rizzo. Rizzo would be 1-on-2 if she can get through. She gets through one and trying to bull forward to get it to Ettinger. Ettinger sends it at the net. It was redirected there sort of dangerously by Lainey Switzer of Virginia Tech. Buchanan with a nice bump there to try to get the puck. Sievers sends it back in down low. 14-14 left, period number 2. Virginia trailing Virginia Tech 2-0. Breaking up with the Wahoos here. Centering feed, Rizzo got a piece of it, but it goes just wide. She was trying to redirect it 5-hole. And if she had gotten a little more of the blade on that brand new-ish stick, we would be at 2-1, but it's still 2-0. Samara Plunkett's been the difference for Virginia Tech perhaps here. Here they go. It's a 2-on-0. Here's Ettinger with Rizzo. Takes a shot and a save. Boy, those 2-on-0s. That's their biggest chance now. Ettinger had it, came in. D-to-D pass, Volstad sends it down low, but it can't get all the way low because Bardo got a piece of it. Cernarich tries to get through one defender, gets through another, but eventually Ettinger comes back and negates it. Ettinger trying to feed Rizzo. Oh, she might have gotten a piece of it to negate the icing, and she'll be there first. She's got Buchanan down the middle. Rizzo looking still, was trying to find Holtz coming down the middle, but can't complete it, and shrugs her shoulders in frustration as she heads to the bench. 33 knows that she missed it. Usually a pretty pinpoint passer, just couldn't connect on that one. Volstad getting the wheels moving, but Virginia Tech is going to pack it in here with a 2-0 lead, even this early. They're trying to negate the Virginia offense. They did get caught, though, on a 2-on-0 with Ettinger and Rizzo, and Ettinger's shot. Here's a one-timer, and it's somehow Cleary got a piece of it. Cleary prone and covers it up, squeezing the puck with her paddle and her blocker and her glove into the left pad. Almost in a hurdler stretch there, position as she was doing it. 12-12 left, period number 2. 2-0 Virginia Tech. Can the Wahoos find a way here to have this deficit? They had a golden opportunity just moments ago. Off the draw, Spitzer steals it. It's going to be her leading the charge now 1-on-3, getting a little help from Devendorf coming down the middle late. Hokies are going to steer it out. Cernarich sends it to the far side for Fugino, a bank pass. They're going to come in 2-on-1 on Volstad. Coming down the middle, Fugino sends it at the net. And I don't think Cernarich even realized it was there. Devendorf is up there through center, forcing the dump in, and Virginia Tech will change. Comes up the near side wall. Hannigan tries to keep it in and does. Virginia Tech bunched up over there. They forget about too many. They had too few on the ice. There's somebody wide open in the middle. Virginia's caught in a change and they just lucked out with that one. Big save by Cleary as the back door was wide open. The Wahoos are all out of sorts here. They need to calm it down and get their sea legs back. They're on the ropes right now. Virginia Tech might have been able to almost put them away right there. Chipped forward. Buchanan's going to try to run into this. Wall is getting back. Rizzo's cutting down the middle. And the pass goes to the top of the slot, picked up eventually by Ettinger. Can't corral it. Centering feed goes off the back of the cage. Wall picks it up. Buchanan hustled in behind her, lifted the stick. Wall still picks it up. Battaglia jumps in to take a chance. Rizzo trying to wall off the side. Does that with the puck there, so no interference. If she kept her stick on the puck, which she did, they're not going to call the interference. If she didn't have her stick on the puck, she might have gotten called. Good play by 33. Buchanan is going to shoot it off one of the Hokies. Volstad is going to pick it up. 10:19 left, second period. Virginia trying to break the 2-0 deficit, and they do it! Suzanne Volstad drops the hammer, the Lillehammer, and with 10:14 left in period 2, the Wahoos get back within 2-1. Wahoo-wah, Suzanne Volstad. So a huge play to get Virginia back in it. They were on the ropes. Cleary made a couple of brilliant saves. Plunkett on the other end has been spectacular. Holtz has it. Holtz marches in, takes a shot, and the 5-hole closed just before she could find it. Allie Holtz almost had it tied up right there, but Samara Plunkett slammed the door. Holtz back on the dot, Devendorf in the slot. Holtz won it, but had to recover it as the Hokies are trying to steal it. Getting through one is Herman, can't get through the other. Bumping Battaglia there, getting the stick up high. Herman is picking up the physical play. Here goes Battaglia, gets through, kicks it to herself, and recovering down low. Devendorf is in front at the back door, but she's guarded. Now she's finding a circle position. Centering feed. It comes all the way to Spitzer. She takes a shot into the mixer. It's loose in front. Devendorf has the stick there, but can't get it down as she was tied up. .9:20 left, period 2. Virginia has closed within 2-1 on the goal by Volstad, countering 2 first period goals by Virginia Tech, Frugino and Wall. Off the draw, Cavs win it. Volstad is under pressure here, sends it in. It's going to be offside. Rizzo doesn't see it. Oh, she maybe saw it at the last second and let it go. But Volstad she just says, that was so close, and makes the inch symbol with her left index finger and thumb. She's playing D, more out of probably necessity than anything on this team, Volstad, but she is a sniper. Virginia Tech brings it in. That centering feed was kicked away by Cleary before it could come to the middle. It probably would have gone in if she didn't kick it away. Virginia Tech trying to tee it up here. They haven't had it in the offensive zone too much lately as Virginia's been able to turn it around. Buchanan banks it off the boards but can't get it out. Cernarich moves it in, goes around the circle, takes a shot. It was deflected and it just goes over the net. Cleary was handcuffed by it for a moment because she was expecting it to go to her glove side and it went to the blocker side, but exceeded the height of the crossbar. Cernarich comes down the middle, knocked away by Volstad, sent to Rizzo. Rizzo got the skates on it, tries to recover, makes a tackle at the 33-yard line, and I think it's a first down for the Orange Bowl champs. Centering feed, and it's shot in, actually, all the way through traffic, and Cleary knocks it down. Covers up, 8:18 left, period number 2. 2-1 Virginia Tech over Virginia, but the momentum has swung a bit here for the Cavs. Coffee with the Cavs, wake up with the Wahoos, whatever you want to do. It's the caffeine has kicked in here in the second period for the team in orange. That's a shot, it goes in! Megan Cernarich got it from the point, sent a whistler through traffic. Cleary was screened by about 5 people and it found its way over the right shoulder and in. So with 8:13 left, period number 2, Virginia Tech restores the 2-goal lead. But Virginia has started to open up the offense here, so let's see if they can get it right back. They have it down low. Devendorf is looking to pick it up and find Holtz in front. They can't connect. Sent down. It will be an icing on Virginia Tech. So the Hokies restore the lead. A little bit of a seeing eye single there. Cernarich was just at the point, really at the high part of the point. I think she was just sending it at the net, hoping good things happen. And she got a lot on the wrist shot, and it was just a maze of players in front, and I don't think Cleary ever had a chance to see it. Off the draw, they blow the whistle, and they'll do it again. Buchanan on the dot, Volstad in the slot. They try to get it to Volstad. It's going to come to Battaglia. Battaglia sends it for Rizzo. Rizzo trying to work it through the boards and send it to the middle, guarded by 3 Hokies. She got it out, but not where she wanted to. Hannigan brings it in. Volstad takes it away from her. Buchanan tries to send it to the boards where she could recover it and maybe turn a corner. Buchanan tries to center it for Rizzo, but gets a lot of traffic there, and Morneau was able to knock it away. Hokies get it out of the defensive zone. Lombardo pursuing Volstad. Volstad wins it for Virginia. Volstad looking to turn the corner. Rizzo retreats to defend, and Volstad will keep carrying it in. Volstad trying to turn the corner. Hokies collapse now. Buchanan trying to get in front with Ettinger. Ettinger, one-timer, can't get a lot on it. One of the Virginia Tech players got a stick to blunt the shot. Tech gets it out of the zone. Rizzo retreating back to help Battaglia. 2-on-2. Wrist shot. Cleary save. Kicked out the rebound. Battaglia fielded it there. And here's Lombardo trying to get it through, but it's blocked by 1 or 2 Virginia players. Ettinger for Rizzo. She's 1 or 2-on-3. Takes a shot off of Cernarich. Puck is still sitting there, and some of the Virginia Tech players didn't really know where it was. Rizzo almost got a break. She's had chances like that in the past, having seen pretty much all 1,000 of her games, or whatever it is, up to this point. They're offside if they touch it. Here go the Hokies the other way. It's going to be another breakaway. Bearing down and losing the puck. Cleary jumps out to poke it away. Cernarich was coming in and she just lost it as she got closer. She smacks the stick down as Cleary eventually covers up. So Megan Cernarich had the break. She came in. She was trying to make a move to the backhand, just lost it, and Cleary took the risk, poked it out, and was successful. So we stay at 3-1. Virginia trailing in the Battle of the Commonwealth with 5:54 left in period number 2. Defensive zone draw won by Holtz. She'll try to chip it up the boards for Spitzer or to herself. It's coming toward the point. Wall got a piece of it first and sent it down. Severs picks it up. Severs off the wall on the far side. Cernarich is going to jump in and pick that up, send it at the net, but it whistles wide. Wall comes to the point on the right side. Her pass can't get through as it was kicked away by Spitzer. Spitzer for Devendorf, a little to north. Devendorf walls off Cernarich to send it down. They say no icing. It looked like she was about a foot behind, but this is not the NHL. The refs have done a good job here today. Volstad will come in, 3-on-2, has Spitzer with her, hits the brakes, gets it taken away. Holtz will be the defender to cover as Volstad is a defenseman and trying to run with it. It works great if you score. It doesn't work so great if you don't score and you leave yourself open on the back flank, but responsible forwards know when to cover. Rizzo trying to get through wall, can't do it for a moment. Eventually Virginia Tech picks it up, Burns with it. Raleigh Burns hounded by Rizzo and has to dump it in. Both teams have settled down here a bit after a little frantic hockey. 4:24 left in the second period. Holtz trying to get through the middle and just oversteered a little bit on that one. Otherwise, she might have been in behind the D. Virginia's going to be offside if they get it in, but Buchanan can't get it in. Virginia trying to complete a change. Vivian Sievers was 1-on-2 there and stood tall. Buchanan tries to get Ettinger moving. Ettinger in pursuit. Rizzo picks off the pass. Rizzo is 2-on. Oh, now it's 3-on-3 because Buchanan stepped in. Buchanan's shot is knocked by one of the Virginia Tech blades. Battaglia jumps in to keep it in. Centering feed. Ettinger was looking for somebody in the middle. Buchanan and Rizzo couldn't find it. No icing, as they say. Sievers was close enough to grab it. 3:33 left, period 2. Battle of the Commonwealth leaning toward Blacksburg for now. As we're in Lynchburg. But the girls from Charlottesville might have a little something to say about it before it's all said and done. Here comes Virginia Tech. Cernarich brings it in. Shot never gets off because Battaglia knocked away the stick. Battaglia following one in the middle of the ice behind the net. Wrist shot, Cernarich again. Cleary got a piece of it or it was deflected. And one of the Virginia Tech players spins out, so not a trip. She's getting up slowly and she's still stuck in the zone and she's limping off there. They send it in on the delayed offside. Virginia will have a chance to move it out. Buchanan for Rizzo. As soon as Rizzo touches it, there's two defenders converging on her most times. Cernarich with it. That's Megan, the defenseman. Laura, 96, her twin sister, is up at forward. Fugino with it. It's a 2-on-1. Sievers knocked it away for a moment. Shot. Cleary with the save, and they can't corral the rebound. Cleary just got the right tip of her skater, her pad on it, fully outstretched to keep it 3-1. Can Virginia counterpunch? Buchanan brings it in for hopefully Spitzer, but it doesn't connect. Battaglia will bring it back, sends it. Couldn't decide if she wanted Ettinger or Sievers, sent it right between them, but Virginia Tech changing, and Virginia with plenty of time to figure it out. Batted up and just out, thanks to Battaglia bullying through. Spitzer sends it for Sievers. Sievers off the boards looking for Switzer, but it goes a little too far as Dana Roman grabs it for Virginia Tech. Sent out of the zone by Sturts for Virginia Tech. Cernarich with it there. Sent to the middle by Devendorf, hoping to cause some traffic there. Spitzer can't get it out of the way. Knocked down at neutral ice. Holtz sent in by Virginia Tech. First to field it will be Battaglia, off the wall on the near side. Sent back down. Sievers in the final 67 seconds of the period here. Devendorf is in the right place. Didn't know that the puck was about to meet her in the skates, but prevented a break the other way. Here come the Cavs. Can they march down and put one in before the end of the period? At the end of last period, it was Virginia Tech that scored to make it 2-0. Devendorf shovels it forward, can't get it toward the net with 40 seconds left in the second. Comes to the point. Holtz is going to try to make a shot. It goes through. Spitzer tees it up. Looking, takes a shot. There's a save. Rebound comes back toward her, but not to her. Holtz knocked it down. Holtz with 24 seconds takes a shot, corralled and covered by Plunkett. So Virginia with 21.2 seconds left in the second period trying to cut that 3-1 gap. They nearly did it, but Samara Plunkett keeps it a 3-1 game. Buchanan on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Off the draw, it goes to Volstad at the boards. Chip past her. It's going to be a 3-on-1 for Virginia Tech. 15 seconds left in the period. Battaglia back, tries to break it up. Spinning, knocked away. Buchanan, Rizzo's trying to get a break if it can go the other way. They're not going to have enough time. It's 5 seconds. Well, one time I said that in the state of Virginia, and Rizzo proved me wrong. But in this case, they don't have enough time. The period expires, and it's 3-1 Virginia Tech after 2. If you're new to RizzoVision, there's a separate channel here for UVA Women's Club Hockey, and another channel for RizzoVision, which has a big cachet of games. New Jersey Rockets, New Jersey Bandits, Orange County West High School, and the RizzoVision team, which is a tournament team. But way back in her New Jersey Rockets days, playing against Suzanne Volstad, actually, who we didn't know at the time, the Rockets had a defensive zone draw with 9 seconds left in the period against the Piedmont Predators, and I sat there saying how there wasn't enough time for the Rockets to come down and score, but they just needed to prevent a goal. And then Rizzo got sprung on the breakaway, and she hit a buzzer beater. It's probably like the all-time highlight of RizzoVision. A lot of you have seen it because that was the automatic highlight that played there. So if you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. There you see the scoreboard, 3-1 in favor of Virginia Tech in the Battle of the Commonwealth. They started it out, Brooklyn Fugino, with 14 minutes left in the first meet at 1-0. And then Hannah Wald doubled the advantage with 22 seconds left in the first. Suzanne Volstad got Virginia back within 2-1 with 10:14 left in the second. But Megan Cernarich restored the 2-goal lead for Virginia Tech with 8:13 left in the second. One more period to go. Game where we could see a rematch in a week's time with the playoffs on the line. But for now, this is the Battle of the Commonwealth. Underway, period 3, Virginia and Virginia Tech. If you're just tuning in, we're glad to have you. Wake up with the Wahoos. There's a shot. Cleary kicks it away as we're underway in the third with some quick action. Shot through traffic. Cleary knocks it down and covers it up. Clock still running. Clock running. They're running the clock. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but that's not going to favor Virginia. This rescheduled game from the original snow and ice game was originally, I think, a practice slot for Virginia. So there might be some kind of time constraint. Rizzo has a chance for a break, but Cernarich has an angle. Rizzo is going to hit the brakes and is trying to chip it over, but couldn't get it through Cernarich, who fires it off the boards on the far side. Fugino was trying to carry it all the way in, but Sievers just interrupted her plan and foiled it in the end. Cernarich with it now, comes down, cuts to the middle. Backhand shot, Cleary shoulders it away with the left shoulder. Shrugged it. Centering feed goes to no one but Ettinger. Buchanan trying to lead Rizzo. Rizzo has one to get around. She's not in stride, so she'll bring it to the middle. Tries to get through one with a dangle, couldn't quite do it. We'll see if that offense can get fired up. There's some scorers here in orange. Rizzo with the back check to help out her D. Sievers. Volstad knocks down the centering feed. Volstad's going to get moving. She's going to have Spitzer with her. It's going to be a 2-on-2, maybe a 2-on-3. Volstad patiently waits, sends it in, takes a shot, and it's knocked down by Plunkett. Volstad on the curl, gets to the slot, looking to unleash it, can't do it. Volstad still with it. Volstad marches toward the net, takes a shot, it goes off the side of the net. Volstad wraparound attempt. That one goes just wide. Sievers pitches in at the point to keep it in, but doesn't get it that far down, but gets a little help as Virginia Tech fumbles it. Eventually, Switzer gets it up the near side, but Volstad is there. It chips up. Holtz keeps it in, but can't get it down low, as the Hokies will bring it back. Spitzer hustles back to help the back check. Cleary knocks that away. Spitzer is going to be the one that's there to clear it to the side, if not out. Sievers jumps in to get it, sort of dangles to herself, but not around anybody. Sends it for Volstad. Volstad 1-on-5. It's she and the Hokies, and she almost found the net on that one, even though the shot was blocked. Somebody took a slide over there, one player down for each team. Devendorf took out one of the players, so it was a 4-on-4 there for a moment. Devendorf jumps off, Rizzo jumps on. 16:26 left, third period. Virginia trying to find a way to claw back in this one. They're down 3-1. Here's Avery Buchanan, gains the line of center, but her dump attempt was knocked down by Megan Cernarich. Cernarich tried another long-range shot. It bounced wide. Cleary was there, but it did take a funny bounce. Cernarich between the points, gets to the top of the slot, takes a shot, it goes wide and hits off the glass. They're trying to get Rizzo sprung, but there's 2D back there. She has Buchanan as a trailer, so Rizzo dumps to herself, loses an edge, spins down like Chris Farley doing an SNL skit for ice skating from 1996. Good current reference there, Joe. Whatever. Chipped up the boards on the far side. Virginia down 3-1. Can they come back in the Battle of the Commonwealth against Virginia Tech? Here's Battaglia. Battaglia hits the brakes, looking for somebody open. Finds Buchanan, but can't get it through the mixer. Sent down by Virginia Tech. It's not going to be icing, because at worst, it's going to go on goal. Cleary sends it for Holt. 13 sends it for 33, Rizzo. Buchanan. As they play with it in the neutral zone. Down to 15 minutes left. Boy, this next goal, if Virginia could get it, they could really turn this game around. Chipped up. Oh, that was a great play by Ettinger. It didn't complete, but she saw Spitzer was coming late, and she would have sprung her behind the D. It was a good chance. Low risk, high reward. You'd never be able to see that without such a good angle. Volstad has it behind the net. Volstad centers it in front, trying to get it into a scramble. Spitzer leaves it for Sievers. Kept in by Volstad. How is she at the top there? Volstad gets through traffic, takes a shot, and she scores! Susan Volstad drops the hammer again. The Lillehammer makes it 3-2 Virginia with 14, 10, 9, 8. They're letting the clock run. It's a running clock, I guess, for the third period. So I'm going to call it 14-10. sometimes you just need to rope-a-dope. You got to just hang in there and see what you can do for as long as you can. Volstad moves up to forward now as Holtz goes back to D. So Holtz, Sievers, and Battaglia will man the D. Shot goes wide by Frigino. She opened the scoring in the first. Volstad almost got that one. She would have been gone. One of the Virginia Tech players lost her stick on the play, but it prevented Volstad from getting away. Spitzer for Volstad. Volstad got it through neutral ice. Picked up there, gaining the line of center is Spitzer. Had it, lost it. Cernarich marches in. Both of them march in. Kick save just with the outside, maybe the bottom of the skate by Cleary. Cleary in front, knocks it down. It's kicked around, pushed around. Holtz got a piece of it. Cernarich, both Cernariches with a piece of it. Top of the slot, wrister, Cleary gets it. Backhander on the rebound, they score. 12:30 left in the third. There's that name again. This time it's Laura Cernarich that restores the 2-goal lead for Virginia Tech. Four to 2, still not over. The offenses both have picked up here. Running clock, I think because of the time constraint. That's not going to favor Virginia because each time there's a stoppage that's just going to melt more time off the clock. So the whistles will stop play, but apparently they're not stopping the clock. Rizzo with it. Takes a shot. Oh, Plunkett got the glove on it, but didn't get it cleanly. It went wide. Comes through the middle. Holtz picks it up. Holtz looking. Ettinger sent it in. Plunkett's going to knock it down and leave it for Herman. Ettinger on the near side wall. It's a skate battle for it. Eventually Buchanan picks it up. Battaglia's down the middle. Battaglia gets a shot. And there's a save by Plunkett, and she holds on. We tick down. Whistle stops play, but not the clock. I'll give you a look at it here. You can see the clock running. 4-2, Virginia Tech. Third period. Down to 10:45 left. Off the draw, Ettinger was trying to shovel it forward. Chipped up and out. Gets into neutral ice. Virginia Tech trying to send it in. Burke is able to do it. Up the near side wall to the point, kept in by Switzer, but chipped out by Buchanan. Morneau with it. Buchanan almost had it through the skates there. She would have had nobody between she and Plunkett. Virginia Tech just getting in a line on the way to their goalie there, and it gets through one, but it doesn't get through the second. Buchanan with it, has to go up the middle with it. Buchanan looking to leave it for Battaglia. Battaglia's open for a moment, sends it down low, redirected in front, shot, and they score! They're still alive! Wahoo-wah! Avery Buchanan makes it 4-3. It's 9:46 when the goal went in. Now they're playing music. Okay, we don't need the music. But, so that is 4-3 as Buchanan gets it. So I can always do without the music because that sort of messes up the YouTube stuff later. I'd rather have a clock that stopped, but I don't think that is up to me or even the refs or the teams. So Virginia breathed life. Boy, now we got the loud music. Didn't have it for the first 50 minutes, but now Here it is. Well, and then here you go. 4-3 Virginia Tech, but Virginia on the come. The Battle of the Commonwealth. Off the draw, tied up there. Centering feed gets to nobody. Buchanan tries to get it to Rizzo, had 2 to split. They both converged on her. Tech bringing it in. Fugino trying to get it down low. Whiffed on the shot, but Cleary used the skate to kick it away. Comes up the near side wall. One-timer redirected in front. Cleary kept the left pad out there to keep it from going at least further at the net. Rizzo chips it off the boards, hoping for Buchanan to run into that, but Cernarich picks it up. Fugino now with it, near side wall. Volstad jumping on. Volstad and Holtz switched up. Volstad moves to center. Holtz back to D for the third. Excuse me. 7:41 left, running clock. Virginia down by 1. Spitzer looking to shovel it forward. Got it out of the zone into neutral ice. Holtz banks it off the boards. Looking for Volstad. Volstad has 2. Buchanan has 1. Each Cernarich with 1 for Virginia Tech, who marches in now. And lost. Wall and Fugino with the others for Virginia Tech. Volstad, 3-on-2 with Spitzer and Rizzo. Volstad gets in, tees it up off the post. Maybe Plunkett got a piece. Holtz fanned on it there, but recovers using the body as a shield. So even though the puck wasn't there, Spitzer was able to clean it up. Rizzo picks it up. Fugino battles her from behind. Rizzo jumps off for Ettinger. No rest for the wicked for Virginia here. They're short, but they're just going to have to grit it out. Rope-a-dope. So far, it's kept them in it. 4-3 they trail. 6:25 left in the Battle of the Commonwealth. Sent all the way down. This is going to be an icing. So the good news is that you get a little rest and you can change a little more easily. The bad news is the clock keeps running. So a lot of time ticking off the clock without the chance to score. Volstad on the dot, wins it. Holtz tries to get it through traffic. Backhander in front! And it's loose and covered. Oh boy, I thought it was in. So we're down to 5:36. It's a good sequence for Virginia, but it took quite a bit of time. Virginia Tech here with the extra player on. That kills off another few seconds. I mean, every veteran move you can do to kill time here, you're going to do it because action is not happening, but the clock still ticks. Volstad up front with Ettinger and Buchanan. Volstad with 2, Buchanan with the last one to get it to 4-3. Volstad drawing a lot of defensemen now. Somebody's going to be open if she can get through. Knocked away. Buchanan with the steal. Buchanan takes a shot. It hits a stick. Bounces strangely in front. But Plunkett's able to grab it. If it had bounced just a little bit shorter, there probably would have been a rebound, but it kind of bounced into the prone goalie's pads, the cradle. When you put the 2 pads down together and smack your knees together, it makes a cradle. And it went into that cradle, off the draw. Ettinger, it gets to the point. Sievers keeps it in. Blind pass to Spitzer. Spitzer centers for Rizzo, looking to redirect it. But as one of the Virginia Tech players is down, she's okay. Her teammate checked on her as the play is happening. She's just going to skate off and limp off. I think it's Harrigan. Erin Harrigan skates off under her own power. Up the near side wall. 3:50 left. Running clock Rizzo picks it off, has to wait for Ettinger to get in, dumps it, onside now, but picked off. Spitzer has 1 to beat and 2 with her. Centers it for Rizzo, just handcuffed her, and here come the Hokies the other way. 3 on 2. Severs is back, the first one, takes a shot, Cleary has it, she's rolling backwards, but hits the brakes just in time to cover the save and stop the play, but not the clock. It ticks down. 3:15, 14, 13. The running clock not helping Virginia here, just that it's going to be a shorter period. But when you're losing 4-3, you don't want the shorter period. There's a little interference going on Virginia Tech. They're not going to call it. Rizzo was trying to get out to the point to block the shot or maybe get a break. Volstad picks it up, and she's going to get the wheels moving. She'll send it for Rizzo. Rizzo 1 on 3, 1 on 4, tries to spin, sends it for Buchanan off the spin move. Volstad's in front if she can get it there, but there's a lot of traffic. Centered through the middle, can't find anybody. Virginia Tech brings it back the other way. 4-3 Virginia Tech, 2:33 and counting in the third. Centering feed, one-timer, and they score. Fugino turned the corner, sent a perfect pass through the middle, and on the back door, putting it in for Virginia Tech. Was Corinne Miranda. So 5-3 Virginia Tech. It's getting late here for Virginia. We'll see if they can even get Cleary pulled, or if they even have the legs to do it. They might just be better off playing 5-on-5 at this point. .93 seconds left in the third. Virginia's got to find 2. The best way to find 2 is to first find 1. Centering feed can't get through as Virginia Tech's just packing 4 down low now. Holtz at the near side point, can't get it through, but Buchanan corralled it. Buchanan has Ettinger in front, but sort of missed the moment. Tries to shovel it there, Plunkett covers. And now they do stop the clock with 69 seconds left. So what do I know? They've been running it the whole period, and now they stop it. I'm guessing the time slot was an hour and a half. They commenced at 9, and it's 10:28. Off the draw, Rizzo got away with a hook there, or a high stick. Icing's going to be negated because there's 2 Tech players that get over the line first. Centering feed, Cleary knocks it away. And time to burn the Jets the other way. Volstad got a piece of it to negate the... Rizzo's going to negate the icing because she's ahead of the play, but does she have anywhere to go with it? Tries to get through 1, chips it to herself, can't get it up the middle for Volstad. 41 seconds left. Virginia down by 2. They need to get 1 before they can do anything else. It goes behind the end line. 34 seconds remaining. Severs forces the play out. Holtz off the boards to herself. It's going to be sent in. They tag up for the onside. Virginia's just going to run out of time here. 21 seconds. Comes up the near side wall at the point. Cernard sends it back in. Off the end boards with 15 seconds. Comes to the far side wall. Centering in front. Knocked away. They'll send it out of the zone. Rizzo maybe has 1 more chance. They're going to run out of time with 3 seconds. 2, 1. And that will do it. This one will go to Virginia Tech in the Battle of the Commonwealth by a final score of 5-3. We don't have the shots for you. They weren't keeping them, but the next time we see you, it will be playoff action in the ACHA. I think Virginia will still have the bye, and I believe right now they're scheduled to play on Saturday, the 21st of February at 11 p.m. And if all goes well, we'll be there to bring it to you. And any further action on the weekend should the Wahoos win. It doesn't go their way this way, but they gritted it out and come up a little short against a game Virginia Tech team. Fugino started the scoring. That's Brooklyn Fugino for Virginia Tech with 14 minutes left in the first. And the lead was doubled when Hannah Wall scored with 22 seconds left in that first period. Suzanne Volstad got the first of two for her with 10:14 left in the second to cut the deficit to 2-1. But Megan Cernarich scored with 8:13 left, so just about 2 minutes later to restore the lead to 3-1 for Virginia Tech. Volstad again with 14:10 left in the third to breathe some life into Virginia, but Laura Cernarich countered to make it 4-2 with 12:30 left. Avery Buchanan cut it to 4-3 for the Wahoos with 9:48 remaining, but Corinne Miranda sealed it for the Hokies with 2:20 remaining, and that is our final 5-3. Once again, a pleasure and a privilege to bring you these games, and the next time we will see you will be from Tucker Road Rink in Maryland for the ACHA playoffs. And hopefully we see Virginia at full strength for that one, because I think we've all had enough of flu bugs and snowstorms and ice storms and all that. So as the weather continues to get better, we can hope for good times and a happy spring. But until then, we bid you adieu from LaHaye Ice Center on the campus of Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. Thanks for watching University of Virginia Women's Club Hockey on RizzoVision.